And welcome to this week's edition of ACAP Today for the week of January 11th, 2021. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's program, we're going to speak with Elaine Sipe, who leads ACAP smoking cessation programs across Aroostook County, and she's been doing a lot of work virtually as a result of the pandemic. But we're going to talk to her about why quitting smoking at this time of the year is a good idea. New Year's resolution. And catch up with her on the latest developments in the smoking cessation programs that we offer here at ACAP. But before we get to Elaine and to that conversation, we are first going to share with you this week's news and information that you can use. And we're going to do so by reminding everyone out there again that our offices indeed remain closed to the public at this time. Due to the increase and the spike in numbers of COVID cases in Aroostook County. We've done this out of an abundance of caution for our staff here at ACAP. That said, you are still able to reach us. Our Holton and Presque Isle facilities have banners on them, such as what you see here in the picture, and we ask that you call for service or go to the service window or the door where there's a video doorbell. Those services also are available at our Fort Kent Center as well, especially for folks dropping off paperwork. But if you do need to reach us and want to connect with us before you come over or remotely, call us at 764-3721. We want to share with you, we had hoped that we would have information to share with you this week about the COVID-19 rental relief program, about a new program that we're hoping to start up this month with the new second stimulus dollars that were passed by Congress late in December. We do not have details for that program yet. We have a team working diligently with Maine Housing to kick off this new program. And as soon as we have that information, we will share it with you. And of course, we anticipate that any program that is started will include the month of January rent. So if you are worried about that, please do just sit tight. And as soon as we have the information, we will share it with you. However, we do have other programs that are available if you are in need right now, and we recently updated our available resources guide through the pandemic. These are just a sampling of some of the programs that we have available, and with our partner agency, the Northern Lighthouse. If you have any questions or any need for these services or want to see the summary of these services, you can go to our website or give us a call at the phone number on your screen. If you are in need of assistance, one of the programs on that is the Home Energy Assistance Program. And good news for folks, we are nearing the end of our regular appointments for this season. They run through the end of January, so we are booking right now until late January and early February for any new appointments. So if you have a need for heating assistance, or if you think you might qualify, the income guidelines are available on our website. And we encourage you to look at those because in the last couple of years, those income guidelines have increased quite significantly. And we frankly feel that there are thousands more households in Aroostook County that may be eligible for this program. And especially at this challenging time, we're encouraging you to apply. Any benefit that comes on your account will stay there for 18 months or until it has fully been used. So please do consider giving us a call or looking online at the income guideline requirements to see if you might qualify. And again, we'd like to schedule an appointment for you in February or March or even beyond that. We continue to schedule appointments into July. So it's not too late. And the benefit will continue into the fall months if you do receive a benefit later in the season. If you are unaware of what services you may be eligible for and are struggling right now as a result of the pandemic or just in general, please do give us a call here. We have a team of navigators that are standing by to assist you that can help you navigate the programs and services you may be eligible for, whether they're ACAP services or services of other program providers in the community. So we do welcome you giving us a call, especially if you're out there and don't know where to turn or don't know what services are available for whatever you're doing. Our navigators are quite knowledgeable about what programs and services exist and can even help you through the application process for various programs. We also are offering free cloth face masks to members of our community since Governor Mills signed the proclamation in December related to the pandemic and the increased wearing of masks. And right now with the spike in Aroostook County, this is one way that you can help keep yourself safe. And we don't want it to be an imposition for anyone not be able to go out and do critical errands that don't have a mask. Please do give us a call, no questions asked. We have them available for public distribution at our Presque Isle, Holton, and Fort Kent facilities. and you can just call when you arrive, and we'll either get them out there to you or have you come to our service window and get them right to you. You can also call us and we can mail them to you as well. So give us a call at 764-3721 if you are in need of face masks at all. We have quite the supply, so please do not worry about asking us for these. We have them available for you, and we would welcome the opportunity to serve you in this way. We also are supporting our community, particularly in Central Aroostook. Members of the community across Aroostook County are able to access a 24/7 community closet that our development and communication team, in partnership with United Way and others, developed outside of our building. It's an opportunity to leave what you can and take what you need, just like our community cupboards. So if you have clothing, gently used clothing, or clothing that you're no longer using that you'd like to drop off here, you can do that 24/7. Look for the little built-in area just to the left of our main entrance at our 771 Main Street facility. You can't miss it. And again, please help yourself 24/7 or drop off clothing 24/7. We also do have the community cupboard that I mentioned. Not only does ACAP have those, but they are located in communities, various communities across Aroostook County, including the most recently added one at the Ecumenical or Food Pantry in Caribou, or the Bread of Life Soup Kitchen, I should say, in Caribou. So if you are in need of food assistance, again, at any hour of the day, you can hook up with a number of these community cupboards located across Aroostook County. Inside those cupboards, or most of those cupboards for you, will be an Aroostook County food resource guide. So if you are food insecure at this time or hungry for whatever reason, please do take one of those, and it'll help find more sustaining support for you in finding food at this time. We also want to remind you, as we will be discussing this in a future edition of ACAP Today, but we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks about our HomeWorks Home Buyer Education course, the 8-hour course that helps you get significant credits toward the purchase of your home and helps make it even more affordable for you. With the historic low interest rates that are happening right now, many people are considering home ownership. This is a great class to determine whether home ownership is for you, and if it is indeed, to get you started on the right foot. Our first one is coming up on January 30th. We do have a few slots left. Contact Greg Doak at our main line number that's there on your screen, or at gdoak@acap-me.org for more information or to register. We also are pleased that our Workforce Development Partnership Initiative with the Workforce Collaborative across the state of Maine is continuing in 2021. We are offering workshops virtually for individuals who are looking to get into employment or to get increased employment. There are a number of workshops, including interviewing tips and tricks, making career choices, resume cover, letter development, and others. Please do consider giving us a call. You can register on our website for these. They are taught by professionals from across the state of Maine, including some of our own workforce team here at ACAP. So well worth your time, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home. And lastly, we certainly want to encourage folks who are looking for employment at this time to consider joining our team. Our guest on today's program, Elaine Sipe, is one of these, a community educator. And if you have an interest in considering employment with ACAP, we currently have an opening for a community educator in a brand new program we will be starting shortly. So please do consider applying. And before we do get to Elaine, I also wanted to remind folks that a companion program of Elaine's in prevention services is the smoke-free workplace assistance that is provided through Chastity Holland, who is one of our community educators. It allows us to be able to work free of charge with area businesses and organizations on tobacco policy. If you need your tobacco policy updated, there are many new issues such as vaping and the like that may not be in your policy. Please do consider giving us a call. In addition to the free service, free signage like what you're seeing here on the screen would be made available to any business or organization that works with us on either a new or updated tobacco policy. So certainly something worth checking out. And speaking of things worth checking out, I'm so pleased to welcome to the program Elaine Sipe, who's going to talk to us about one of our other great programs. It's Smoking Cessation, sort of the companion to this one. And Elaine, it's been a while since we've had you on the program, and it's nice to have you back.
Thank you, Jason.
So let's talk about the exciting the exciting things that are happening. We'll talk about those in a minute, but for folks who may not recall or maybe hearing about it for the first time, tell us about what your program does and accomplishes throughout Aroostook County.
I have a smoking cessation program through, my funding is through Maine Cancer Foundation, so it's free for everyone and no one have to pay anything. And the program is through the Fresh Start program. And it's basically four sessions where we try to help you quit smoking, which is extremely important right now with COVID going on. And it would be a great New Year's resolution, healthier for you and healthier for everyone around you. They're finding the secondhand smoke is just as bad or worse for the people around you as it is for yourself. And it would be a great gift to give anyone in your family or anybody that's around you to have you stop smoking. And so I do offer that program. I've had several people go through it. It's a great experience. I give you tips and clues, and then we work on a quit date and what's going to happen to your body actually changes while you're quitting smoking. And so I help you realize what's going to be happening. I give you quick hits. We are right now doing virtual meetings. And it's been a great process for a lot of people. And it's something that's free to you, and I would love to help you. And so give me a call anytime, or you could email me at work too.
Now you talked about the quick kits, and you talked about the 4 sessions that are held. Are these sessions one-on-one sessions, or do you do group sessions, or are there options there? Talk about that.
Yeah, when I started this job, it was not going to be with COVID. So yes, I had group sessions, and it was wonderful. I was in person, and we met. And then when COVID hit, we had to come up with other ideas. And so I have Zoomed personally with one person, one person at a time. I haven't been able to set up groups yet. Unfortunately, we live in Aroostook County. Not everyone has the internet capabilities of doing Zoom. I'm more than welcome to just phone call you at this point, because most everybody can call me. And we walk you through it. It's, of course, it's all up to the person. I can't stop for them, but I can certainly help them understand what they need to do and how to do it.
Now, in addition to the support services that you provide, it says here on the screen that what we just shared on the screen, that you can connect folks with free nicotine replacement therapy, because oftentimes the support is essential, but it's a real addiction for folks. And so talk about that availability.
Yeah, if you sign up with me, I can help you get through to the Maine Quit link, and the Maine Quit link can set you up with free nicotine replacement, and it helps a lot for people that have an addiction to nicotine to be on a replacement, but many people do it without. Some people say, I don't want to go on drugs to stop smoking. And I understand that. You can do it without being on drugs. But sometimes having just that little kick really helps. And we can get you in touch with free NRT.
Now, you've been primarily working up until this point with an adult and maybe a little older population, but in recent weeks, there's been some news with your program in particular where you've expanded your reach. So talk about who you're able to serve moving forward.
Yeah, smoking generally starts in the teens. Unfortunately, it's teenagers that start. Very rarely is it somebody over even 26. If you're going to start, you start when you're 14, 15. People I've worked with started when they were 9. So it made sense to me to try to find a program that would work with youth, because if you can get them before they have started and smoked for 40 years, I thought, if we can help them when they've started for maybe 4 months and said, oh, shoot, I really wish I hadn't done that. I was hanging out with this group of kids And it sounded like a great thing. And then I'm realizing that I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know how to stop. I mean, I have adults that say, I don't know how to stop. And so I was like, I've got to find a program that can help teens stop. And so we actually asked my grant if they would let me find a program to work with kids. And I did. I found a great program through the American Lung Association. And I've actually found two programs. The first one is actually working with the school systems, because when kids smoke at school, when they can be in school, and they get caught, it's possible that they're going to be suspended. Well, that doesn't help anyone. You know, so the kid gets to go home and smoke all he wants at home. But this program is, instead of suspension, they would come see me for 4 sessions. And I help them walk through realizing what they're doing to their bodies. You know, I mean, kids don't really realize, you know, what tobacco and nicotine and vaping is doing to them. You know, they think, oh, it's just water vapor for all these vapes. It's nothing. You know, it's, oh, it tastes like cotton candy. You know, it's nothing. They don't realize that, especially vape, well, tobacco is bad anyway, all the way around. It's never good for our lungs to have anything thrown at it. But the vaping has been a serious problem. It's actually from when in 2011, the smoking rates were going down. It was like, the kids are not smoking as much. This is fantastic. And then Juul hit in 2017. And they came out with cotton candy, and they came out with fruit punch and grape. And all the kids are like, I can inhale this lovely steam that tastes like cotton candy, not realizing that there were so many dangerous things in the vape. I mean, I'll list off the things that they have. Lead, formaldehyde, arsenic, ammonia, carbon monoxide. I mean, who wants to be throwing that into their lungs? But nobody knew that. I mean, it came out and it was advertised as a fun thing. Nobody realized. The kids still don't realize that it has nicotine in it, and it's hurting people. I mean, people have gotten seriously injured by doing this, and it's not good. And when kids find this little treasure, but then realize, oh, shoot, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I'm finding out that I'm not feeling very good. There was no place for them to go. And then they got into trouble at school because they were doing it. So if you get into this program, and I'm trying to spread the word to all of the schools in Aroostook County that I have this program, that there's an alternative to getting these kids kicked out of school, that it's a great opportunity for them to learn what it's doing to them, how they can get healthier by quitting, but they don't have to quit. They just need to know what's happening to them. That's all this program is. It's learning what it's doing, so they can think about it. Think about how they felt before they started this. Think about how they're feeling now. Think about the future. Are they going to want to do this? So this program in depth isn't saying you have to quit. It is just letting that person know what it's doing. And hopefully that will help a lot of kids. And then I have another new program, which is called NOT, and that is Not on Tobacco. And this is a cessation program for kids aged 14 to 18 who want to stop smoking. This is a 10-class program. In-depth is not voluntary. That's a requirement from schools. This is totally voluntary. They have decided that no, vaping, smoking, using a cigar, snuff, whatever it is not what I want to be doing. I want to get healthier. This is a 10-step program. I can do it in schools. I can do it at a rec center. I can do it at a church. Maybe a church has decided that they have a bunch of youth that would like to do this. I can do it anywhere. It's a group or singly. I would prefer to do group because we're finding that group sharing stories helps a lot when you're doing something like this. Somebody will say, oh, that I did that didn't work really well. So I'd like to do groups, but I can do single. Hoping someday we'll be able to do it in person. At this point, I would have to do it Zoom. But this walks through the program of how to get healthy and how I can quit. It just helps the person along, gives them the ideas of what to do instead of smoking or vaping or whatever. I have the hints and the clues and figuring out when you have a best quit date, walking through that quit date, what your body's going to do. And it just helps. Everything is easier when you do it with somebody else, really. Honestly, if you're going to do something like this, trying to do it by yourself is very impossible. I mean, it doesn't stick very well. Because I'm going to stick with these people. I'm not going to just dump them at the end. I'll keep in contact. And if we do it as a group, they have other people to also say, how's it doing this week? I know this week was really hard. It was, exams and I got stressed, but I didn't do it because I thought of you. It's great to have a group. So that's what I'm working on.
And it's really gratifying to hear because you kept reiterating that we call it smoking cessation, but I mean, when we think of smoking, we think of someone who's smoking traditional cigarettes. And this program is really, you talked about vaping because that really is, especially as we're talking about youth right now, as you pointed out, that's really turned the corner in a negative way for us. We were seeing good numbers and vaping for all of the reasons you noted, the taste, the lack of actual cigarette smoke, some of that stigma went away. And really, I think folks were led to believe that it wasn't almost wasn't nicotine, it was vapor.
Oh, absolutely. And most people still, you talk to a kid, it doesn't have nicotine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because the program not started in 1998, and it was just tobacco. Last year, 2020, they realized we have got to change this program around, and they re-updated everything to include every sort of whatever you do, snuff, hookah, whatever, because they're realizing that everything is out there and it all has nicotine. It needs to stop everything, not just cigarettes, not just vaping. Maybe you have a lot in your mouth. Everything needs to get taken care of. And it's all the same addiction. I mean, it's all nicotine. So I was really excited to learn so much about this program because I really think it's going to work, and I'm excited to try it.
So Elaine, maybe it's not an actual individual who would be eligible for the program in the age category, but maybe a loved one, a parent, or being a grandparent, or someone who knows, a community member who knows a youth who's engaging in these behaviors now. Can they reach out to you as well to learn more about the program and help facilitate that connection? Because I imagine that often becomes one of the challenges in working with youth, is actually reaching them and making a connection like this happen.
Oh, absolutely. I would be more than happy to talk to anybody. I actually was just in a conversation with the chief of police in Caribou yesterday, and so he's going to spread the word. That's the thing. We need to spread the word that these things are out there, because how else do you know? I'm going to be calling all the schools so that if a student sometimes talks to teachers more than they do their parents. And so if teachers know that this is out there, I'm just trying to spread the news everywhere I can, because there are programs, but I would be the only one in Aroostook County right now to be able to do this. And I would love to do it. I think the more kids know what is happening about their bodies, they want to do something too. And I would love to help them.
Great. So before we leave you today, let's just recap and talk a little bit about and we don't want to forget that you are serving adults as well. And those adults may be the ones looking to make a New Year's resolution or keep one at this point. I mean, we're into the new year, more than a full week at this point into the new year. And someone may have already started and stopped, I should say, and quitting, and then started back up again. What can you do to help reassure them, or to say this is something that you may want to try?
Oh, honestly, and I hate to say this out loud, but it takes up to 30 times to quit smoking sometimes. But I'm here. I've actually worked with somebody already twice. It doesn't matter. I will do the same steps and I will help you along the way. I'm just here to help. I can't do it for them, but absolutely, I understand it is such an addiction. It's the hardest addiction to get over. Actually, I've read so much stuff that, you might be on heroin, and unfortunately, tobacco, nicotine might be even harder to get off. And it's so many times you can't do it yourself. So there is somebody out here that would like to help. Just call my number, 207-227-2348. I'm here to help. And maybe you have tried 15 times. I don't care. I will be there, and I will be there for you for the 16th, 17th, and 18th time. And that's it. I'm here to serve you.
Indeed, and certainly couldn't think of a friendlier or more accommodating person to have traveling that journey with you. It's a difficult journey, as you pointed out. And to have someone like you by other people's side, I think would make a tremendous amount of difference. You'll give them just the right amount of love and tough love that I think that they might need to get through it.
I appreciate that. I love it.
Great. Well, Elaine, anything else before we leave you that you want to share with folks about your programs?
They're here. I guess the important thing is to know that there are actually programs, because so many people just don't know how to do it. And this is a great program. We've had success, and I would love to, and I will try to get the word out there so that there's more places that people will know that it's out here.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much for being our guest, our first guest after we've done about a six-week main leadership conversation series hiatus. Great to have you. I think my guest last week was the governor of the state of Maine, and this week it's Elaine Sipe. So I'm rubbing elbows with the brass the last couple of weeks. Always nice to see you, Elaine, and wish you all the best of luck as we hopefully will get you some great new recruits of all ages into your program who are interested in kicking a bad habit in 2021.
Great. Thank you for having me, Jason.
All right. Well, if you want to get in touch with Elaine, she mentioned her number earlier, but you can also call our main line here at the office and we will connect you with Elaine. And that number again is 764-3721. You can also email us at info@acap-me.org for any general inquiries. If you don't remember, Elaine Sipe is esipe@acap-me.org. So if you can't remember that, but just want to connect through our website, you can do it that way. You can also connect with us on Facebook. This program will be posted there, as well as a lot of great information on Elaine's program and other programs. We're also on Twitter and have a YouTube channel where you can view past broadcasts of ACAP Today. And again, just to remind you that our website has a lot of great information as well. Before we leave you today, as we do each and every week, we want to share with you our photo of the week. And our photo of the week comes to us from just outside the St. Apollonia Dental Clinic this week, where Renee Bragdon, who's on the left of your screen there, she is our ACAP Let's Go coordinator for all of Aroostook County. She recently worked with the St. Apollonia Dental Clinic to get in the hands of their wellness program for their employees, water bottles, yoga mats, and instructional cards as part of their collaboration with our Let's Go program. And if you think employee wellness is a priority in your shop and would like to connect with our 5210 Let's Go program to talk about the opportunity to partner in this way, we would welcome that outreach. This provides the employees at St. Apollonia Dental Clinic with an opportunity to get a little bit of relaxation and some stretch breaks in during the day to enhance their posture and movement opportunities. And we thank Norma Desjardins, who's second from left there, a fellow Van Buren native, and her team at the St. Apollonia Dental Clinic for their great work. They partner with us on a lot of things, including oral health for children across Aroostook County. And so we thank Norma and her crew, and thank Renee and her efforts for connecting with St. Apollonia Dental Clinic. And they make our photo of the week this week. And so thank you not only to them, but to all of you for joining us on this week's edition of ACAP Today. We'll be back next week with a brand new guest and a brand new topic, and hopefully some more information on some critical programs, including hopefully an update on our rental assistance program moving forward. Until then, have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week.